Hi, it's Katie again, and today I want to talk about the birth of my fourth son. I had my son on Wednesday, January 13th at home at 9:43 a.m. The previous night I was having contractions, but I fell asleep because they weren't that strong. I woke at 4 a.m. with some stronger contractions that were about 5 minutes apart, and they stayed that way, for a while. And the midwife came and checked me at 6:30. She was there for about an hour, so I guess she checked around 7:30. She said I was dilated to a 1, and uh, very close to being 100% effaced, which means that the cervix is thinning out in preparation for labor. But the contractions were what I thought were painful at the time. Weren't as strong as they were going to be getting very soon. So my midwife left. She said it was early labor, so she left. And that was about 7:30, 7:45-ish. Around 8 or 8:15, I started having the most painful contractions I've ever had, ever. It's important to remind everyone that the last 3 kids I've had were all in a hospital, all with an epidural. My first son, I tried to do natural, but I was given Pitocin, and it was so painful to try to cope with those extra strong contractions without a pain medication at that time for me. It was so hard. So this time I didn't have any medications, and so around 8:15 I started having incredibly strong contractions. I was just lying in bed yelling. It hurt very bad, but I could feel that something was definitely happening in there. These weren't just regular, contractions, that they were progressing to a baby. And at 9, my water broke, and we called the midwife, and she rushed over as quickly as she could, and she didn't get there till probably 9:20, 9:25, and my fiance hadn't filled up the birthing pool yet because we thought we had a lot of time. My previous labors were 30 hours or more each. So she showed up, and he said, "Well, I'm going to fill up the tub now." And she said, "No, there's no time. She's dilated to a 10 and I can see his head." And so I didn't have my baby in a birthing tub like I thought I would. I had him on my bed, on my hands and knees. And, he was born about 20-25 minutes after the midwife got there. She got there just in time to help him along. And he weighed 8 pounds, 12 ounces, and 20.5 inches long. And I also want to talk about how this is different from my past labors. During this pregnancy, I was a lot healthier than I had been in my previous pregnancies. Not only do I weigh less, which extra body weight can be detrimental to the laboring process. It can be harder to get into different positions and stuff if you're not able to make your body move that way. And so, I'm in better shape. Cardiovascularly, I'm eating a lot cleaner than I have in the past. And also my mental health is more on point now than it has been. My past 3 pregnancies, with each pregnancy, I gained more and more weight, so that by the time I had my third son, I weighed about 340 or 350. That was very difficult to try to have a baby at that weight. That was the son that was so large he got shoulder dystocia. And that was a very scary labor and delivery. I do believe that if I hadn't gained so much weight and eaten so poorly during pregnancy, he wouldn't have been so big. Because I was just eating a lot of high starch, high sugar foods that were just contributing to him gaining even more body fat than he was already going to gain anyway. So I also think that fitness was helpful in me being able to get into different positions and be more mobile during the laboring process so that I could make myself more comfortable. So I think that the combination of those things really helped me to physically overcome, the task, to be able to deal with it. And then psychologically, I was a lot more relaxed this time as well. And a part of that is because I knew what to expect. And part part of it is that I was just more confident in my body and my ability to understand that, you know, with each painful contraction is a step closer to meeting my baby. So I just wanted to let everybody know that I did have him. His name is Paul William Alexander. He's incredibly handsome. And I hope you all have an inspired day. Thanks for watching.